Welcome back again to Joe Stunner Boxing, and how are all you lovely people? I hope you're doing well. You having a good evening? Good stuff. Right, Dillian Whyte, Tyson Fury. Do you know what? I'm going to believe it when I see it. I'm still not convinced this fight's going ahead. I'm really not. And a lot of people I've been talking to a lot of people about this business with Whyte not saying a word, staying right out of it. At the weekend, he's going to have to put in his paperwork, sign for the fight, make it all official, all the T's crossed, the I's dotted, and so on. But you've got to question, why is he not saying a word? Well, I can't say for certain, but I'll tell you something. I think it's the right thing to do. Absolutely the right thing to do, to say nothing, to not make any appearances, to leave social media silent. I think it's absolutely the right thing to do with Tyson Fury. Now, let me give you a little comparison. I work with people who have drug issues and drink issues, okay? So I've got a caseload. At the moment, it's about 40 people. It's just been as high as 50 people. Most of them, 98% of them, lovely people. They got lost in life, or you know, they hid some terrible abuse, some terrible traumas in the past with drink and drugs. Some of them were party animals, got a little bit lost in life, went a stage too far and ended up with a problem. But anyway, most of them are lovely. But occasionally you get someone on the phone, as an example, who'll scream blue murder at you. And it's not a case of someone just mouthing off, because I can tolerate that. Someone's effing and blinding out of frustration because they're scared, they don't know what to do, they've ruined their life, they've lost everything. That I can take. But just occasionally you get someone who thinks they're a tough guy and starts making threats or swearing at you. Not swearing, but swearing at you. No. I don't tolerate that. No. So what I say to them is, I'd like to have a respectful conversation with you. If you don't wind your neck in, I'm hanging up. In other words, I take control of the situation. What I don't do is, oh, I'm a cunt, am I? Well, you're a cunt. You're a bigger cunt. Are you what? Yeah, oh, well, you come in. No. Apart from the fact that that's not professional, right? And I don't have to do it, because I mean, I can take control by just hanging up, by telling them to call me back when they've calmed down. The last thing I want to do is get into it with them, because that's what they want. You're feeding into their bullshit. You're feeding into their ego. You're feeding into the psychology that they are somehow, even though everything's fucked up, they're in control. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is, you want to take control. And of course, it comes back on you. There's that transference thing going on. Psychologically, you end up feeling like shit yourself. What you do is, you say, I'm not taking any of this weight that you're giving on my shoulders. Nothing to do with me. You calm yourself down. When you can speak to me respectfully, then I'll have a chat with you. Now, Fury is notorious. Look at the way he wound up Winder, for taking the piss, for playing so-called mind games. I never understand this phrase, mind games, because it seems like just a load of childish playground bullshit, which is easily avoided. But a lot of people seem to buy into it. He likes to do that. He likes to wind people up, insult them, call them whatever. You know, I mean, you could say people in glass houses, because it'd be very, very easy to throw verbal custard pies at Tyson Fury. Very easy. But Whyte's decided, I'm not interested. No, you promote the fight. You'll get an 80%. You promote the fight. Leave me out of it. I'll see you in the ring. Now, I watched a video. I think G-Man did a video. Very good channel, G-Man Boxing. Go over and subscribe to it. And it was about this subject, a different take on it. But he said, he mentioned the third Deontay Wilder fight, where Deontay Wilder turned up at that press conference with headphones in, wouldn't engage, wouldn't say anything, just left it as it was, which was the right tactic. And of course, Whyte, if the fight does go ahead, and again, I'm not 100% certain it will, but if it does, yeah, Whyte's going to have to face Fury. There's going to have to be. If I was him, I would actually make the statement, I've got nothing to say. No comment, nothing to say. And let Fury go into one, mouth off. But for all that nonsense, all that, you know, bullshit that comes out of Fury's mouth. He needs a dance partner. He needs that opponent. He needs that sounding board. If you don't give him one, it's just hot air. It's just piss and wind. So I think Whyte is doing the absolute right thing. And I would actually make the statement at the press conference. Got nothing to say. You carry on, mate. And if he throws insults and all this and all that, if I was Whyte, I'd just say, yeah, carry on, mate. See you in the ring. Maybe put some headphones in. During the face-off, don't try and stare him down. Just, yep, all right, done. You got your photos? Yeah, lovely. Off we go. Leave it at that. It's the right thing to do with Tyson Fury. You know why? Because it will fucking infuriate him. Infuriate him. Because he doesn't have the sounding board on which to, you know, it's like a guy who's promising to play a beautiful concerto and you nick his piano. It ain't going to happen, is it? Stupid analogy, but you know what I'm getting at here. So anyway, that's my take on this silence from Dillian Whyte. I do hope the fight goes ahead because I think it's an interesting fight and I do not think it is a foregone conclusion that Fury wins. I think it's an interesting fight. Very interesting. The thing is, if you hit Whyte cleanly, he'll go. Because he's been knocked out twice, knocked Spark out twice by Povetkin and AJ. And he's been on the floor on other occasions. And he barely made it out of the fight with Parker. Another round and Parker would have got him. Probably another minute and Parker would have got him. But likewise, if you hit Fury on the jaw, he will go. Because he's hit the floor. I know Wilder hits like a truck with that right hand, but Fury goes on the floor if you hit him. He's been down Steve Cunningham, very light puncher at cruiserweight. Pie Chick. I know, never. Is it? What's the guy's name? Pie. Yeah, you know the guy. I mean, early on in the career. I know it's years and years ago, but also Fury looked a bit heavy in training. He looked like he was 290, 300 pounds, something like that in some of that training footage. Didn't look great. Are his legs what they were? Did he fight Wilder because he didn't quite have it in his physique anymore to box rings around him? I don't know. There's a few questions, but I think it's a competitive fight anyway. And I would make Fury the favourite, but only 60-40. I think Whyte's got a good chance. If he can get inside and land that left hook, which is a big, big punch, left hook. If he can land that on Fury's chin, he's got a chance of winning. Or at least putting him on the floor and maybe forcing a stoppage, I don't know. But I think if it takes place, I'll be looking forward to that fight, and I don't think it's a foregone conclusion. Anyway, what do you think about Whyte's silence? What do you think about Fury? Looking a bit heavy in training. What do you think about that? Did you see that training footage? Looking very, very big. So yeah, let me know. Let me know, man. Take care of yourselves. Again, if you can subscribe to this channel if you're new, please do. Hit the subscribe button. If you're back for more, lovely jubbly. Always good to see you. Thanks for your time, as always. I'll speak again sometime. And until then, enjoy yourselves and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye for now.